we're going to talk about movies. That's MC's favorite, movies. As we get MC on the line, is MC there?
Yes. How are you, Coach JC?
I'm doing great. After our last episode of me crying in my beer, I'm doing just fine. Watching a lot of football movies. That's my sadness. So
there it is, yes.
So these episodes was about me being sad and football stuff, which is just starting to come. It just seems like the Super Bowl was yesterday. Now all of a sudden we're back at it. But now we're getting into the movie season. Let's get into summer. And now that I think about summer movies that are coming out, the one movie that we were just discussing the last time we were ending was Creed 3, and it's another sports movie. And I didn't know Rocky was not in it. So I'm not interested in seeing Creed. Not interested in seeing Creed.
I heard it's good. I did hear it was good, but I have not seen it yet.
Some of the things I have seen that just came back out too recently was The Mandalorian. I'm just now in the second.
New episode will drop
tomorrow
as we record this tomorrow. Yes,
so it'll be out when this comes out.
Tuesday.
Yep. So
yes.
I would watch.
You're up to date through episode 2. I take it. Then,
I have watched them, and again, nothing brings me to tears than a little baby Yoda. But the problem is, I didn't tell you this. I went to Disneyland recently, and I got a lightsaber, so I'm cool. So I made my own.
What color did you get?
I got green.
Part of you're a Jedi.
I'm a Jedi. I didn't want to be. It was funny. Just to kind of go into that, since Mandalorian's out, I'll give you guys my little background. I went to Disneyland, and I was like, I'm going to make my own lightsaber. I don't care. I'm going to do this, and you have to pay ahead of time, and you have to pick all the parts and everything. They bring you out the little toolbox of stuff you're going to do. And they have you in a room, and these guys have to play the part, and they're like telling you, you're part of the lightsabers, and you're building your Jedi, and then Yoda comes over, and he's like, and everybody's like, everybody gets excited. And I think I was the only one that was dressed in casual street clothes. Everybody else was dressed in Star Wars attire. So people go there wearing cloaks and whatever else they have. And so as I was in there, they were like, build your, and then they said that you couldn't stand, like whoever was watching you, my spouse was with me, but if say someone was with you, they can't leave the area that you're building the lightsabers for safety purposes. And this old man just like, fuck it, I'll take a picture from the back of the area where these people are talking. And the one lady's like, sir, please return back to the area. And he was just taking video, like he'd care less. And she's like, sir. And then she whips out a lightsaber and kills him. So it was like, holy crap. This is real shit. No, real life, though. She was like, sir. And she went to go, and he ran. And he, like a little kid, he ran back to a spot. And so and it just kind of took away the experience. So then afterwards, you use your little crystal, and you put the crystal in the lightsaber, and that chooses what color. You could be the yellow or orange. You could be green.
But technically, you already had chosen your color, though.
I was gonna be green, but I chose the little crystal, and it basically goes. It's a flashlight that just shines through the color crystal, and then goes through the glass tube, and you stick it in the little area that has the lightsaber tube in it, and then you turn it on, and it's pretty cool. It lights up the table, and then you pull it out, and then everybody raises up their lightsaber and touches tips, and then was like, yellow, and then there was quite a few red ones though. So
touches tips.
Yeah. That's kind of what it felt like. It felt like we were touching like dee-dee! And then afterwards you're stuck
orgy.
Yeah. And then you're stuck carrying around this lightsaber for the next you can't get it on the rides, and it's too big, so you're screwed for you just
so
you
it should
do
really
this at the end of the day.
It should be at the end of the day. Yeah, it should be a nighttime thing.
Don't go running out there to get your lightsaber right away, because then you're screwed. You have to hold it.
You got to take it to your car or your truck.
No, hell no. You ain't taking your shit to your car in Disneyland. You ain't going out there. The parking lot so far away. You got to take a tram to get to it. So
it's like that freaking Simpsons episode. It's a gigantic, and they only have Itchy and Scratchy. It's two lots, and I always remember Homer saying, "We're in the Itchy lot." Just like, they're two gigantic lots. How is that helping you?
So the movie.
That one real quick. Did you ever see that one where he parks and it's a gigantic parking lot for the power plant, and he ends up getting the last spot. I think it's the Stonecutter episode, and the last spot on the end of the fence is actually his backyard, the fence where his son is Bart's waving to him.
No.
Hi, Dad. It's so funny. It's so ridiculous.
So I went and got and then you can buy robots too. Those things kind of cool. They have the remote controls and you build your own robot. So Disneyland, I went on the new Disneyland rides, and the Rise of the Resistance is pretty cool. That's a cool ride. I got to give Disneyland
What does that ride do?
So what it does is it takes money out of your pocket, because that's you resist not want to wait in line for 2 hours to ride this ride that takes approximately 5 minutes. But they hustle you. They say, listen, you don't have to wait in line. For $50, you will cut in front of everybody who's standing out here sweating with their kids just running around like my puppy was on the previous episode and just causing drama. For actually it's $25. For $25 a person, you can cut in front of everybody.
What's the scam?
There is no scam. You pay $25. They open up the magic door. You walk in front of the line, everybody. This poor parent standing there looking just distraught with their RTD2 popcorn tin and everything else they have in their hand is just like, screw you, bastard. And you're like, yee, I get to get up front and everybody.
Wouldn't you be pissed at the front of the line? You're like, I just waited here to get to this point.
Yep.
But you just had somebody bribe you to get in front of me.
It's like the doorman. It's like the doorman at a bar. How can we get in the line? Oh, someone's trying to call me. Way to ruin the episode, dicks. Wait for it to stop beeping. All right. Oh, no, still beeping.
Somebody's screaming at you. Walter's been traded.
Maybe they're calling me right now. They heard the episode of the coaching. They're like, listen, sir, we chose you because we didn't choose you because you weren't wearing the correct shirt.
You were so intimidating when you came into the room. You scared the hell out of us.
Yeah. So, anyways.
If only you paid us $25 a person, we would have made you coach.
For $25, you could have cut in front of everybody and got in front of the coaching line.
Yeah, for $25, you would have cut in front of the only other person you had as competition for your job. You would have hired.
So, when you go to the Rise, so you act like you're flying on a plane, what is like one of those Rebel cruisers, and then you go and then you land into the Death Star. They suck you in. And then you come out, and there's a bunch of stormtroopers, which is pretty cool. And then you go, and then you get on the actual ride, which is you trying to escape from the Resistance. You're the Resistance, and you're trying to escape from the dark side. And what's the guy's name from Rogue One? Who's the bad guy there?
Director Krennic.
Yeah, but who's the Darth Vader in Rogue One? Who is that?
The Darth Vader of Rogue One?
Yeah, the guy who talks has a double. He has the cross, like the lightsaber.
Oh, you're talking about from the newer ones. You're talking about Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Right? So he's chasing you and trying to get you, and you're riding around. And the weirdest part is nothing's on a track, so you're just riding around on these carts, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a cool ride, and it's a lot of work, and it's one of the better ones of the whole Disneyland experience.
Sounds like an adventure.
Yeah,
more than a
ride.
Huh?
It's an adventure, and there's some cool parts, and so it's kind of Did
you have your lightsaber with you?
I waved it around. I'm like, you ain't taking me, man. And I turned around to the 9-year-old. I go, let's get him.
This is real.
Yeah, let's get him. And they're like, yeah. And then I smashed mine and broke it, and I'm like, oh no!
Then you just start stabbing one of the stormtroopers in the neck with a busted light tube.
They're fake stormtroopers. There's a bunch of them, but they're moving like robots. And someone said, how did they get all these people to dress up like this? And I'm like, yeah, there you go. This is why you're not allowed to walk around Disneyland by yourself. So anyway, so I don't know how we go. So the Mandalorian. So I got my lightsaber now. So when I watch Mandalorian, I get it out and I get into the character. I get into character.
You stroke it while you're watching.
All right. So then I was thinking that I don't know. I think the last time I went to the movie theaters was Batman as well.
Yeah, it's been a while for both of us.
And so I haven't been to a movie theater even to see anything. I don't even know what came out during the time after Batman that doesn't go straight to purchase on TV. You could buy it on pay-per-view or whatever.
A lot of lower level, because Marvel's in their phase 4. So
no,
I want to say
take it back. I saw Top Gun. I saw Top Gun.
Okay, yeah. I heard that's really good. People keep telling me to watch that.
Top Gun
Maverick, right?
It was really good. It was sad to see Goose.
Val Kilmer is in there,
just looking old and decrepit, and Tom Cruise looks like he's 30. So it was a good
Tom
movie.
Cruise is doing some secret packs.
He's got the
Fountain of Youth.
What is it? What's the cult in the Scientology? He's a Scientologist. So
the adrenochrome just being
he's got the
stabbed
magic
into his neck.
He's got the magic lotion that he rubs on his skin to keep it so tight. So the movies that are coming out this summer are Marvel's. Another Marvel movie's coming out. Phase 5.
Three Captain Marvels. It's the one from Vision and Scarlet Witch, which is known as Photon. She used to be Captain Marvel in the comic too. The Brie Larson who plays Captain Marvel, and then apparently the Ms. Marvel from the Disney TV series.
Little Mermaid's coming out.
A live action version of it.
Yep. And then
okay. Is that the controversy? Is that the controversy where she's not a redhead anymore, or she's not of correct ethnicity for people?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I remember that was a controversy.
Halle Berry is the Little Mermaid. It might be the cartoon version. And then I don't really care. I don't watch Little Mermaid anyways. And then Scream 6.
That is out, isn't it? I thought people said they've seen it.
It's now out. Isn't it out with the girl from Wednesday?
Oh, yeah, Jenna Ortega.
She's in it.
She's really good. She was in, did you watch Wednesday?
I did. I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
The ending made her kind of look like a
softie.
A doofus, I guess, yeah. It's like everybody else helped defeat the villain. She just kind of picked up the scraps. But
it was pretty.
Everything leading up to that was.
I think we might have talked.
Decent.
We might have talked some about it. I think it was a little disturbing. Wednesday got a little graphic sometimes. So, but it was a good movie. I thought it was really good. Tim Burton did a good. It's always the dark side.
Yeah, that was a series on Netflix, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Wednesday.
And then The Flash is coming out. You gonna watch that one?
Yeah, that trailer, if you remember from the Super Bowl, that trailer that revealed it was actually made it look pretty badass. So that I believe will end the Snyderverse officially, because that's been the current DC movie universe, and apparently it's going to relaunch. The new continuity will be James Gunn's technical continuity, and that's supposed to begin with the end of that film.
Transformers, The Rise of the Beast,
Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
But why Transformers?
Volume
why
3.
Another Transformers, man? How many more Transformers are we gonna see?
This is Beast Wars, I think.
Yep, Rise of the Beast.
I didn't really watch. That was right after my heyday, obviously, and probably yours would be also the 80s, or the Gen 1 it's called now. But for the kids in the 90s, it would be the Beast Wars that they watched. So I think
that was the one where they had dinosaurs. right?
Yeah, Optimus Primal, I think, was the
Oh
kind of.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, wasn't he a gorilla?
Optimus Primal, the gorilla. He ran out of cars. He took over a gorilla.
Well, it's like the prehistoric age of the Transformers. I don't know how it falls in. I mean, I guess there's a trilogy of animated movies that kind of explain what happens in the timeline of Transformers that would say that explains it. I guess they kind of arrive in the after they escape what was happening on Cybertron. I guess apparently they arrive in prehistoric Earth, but I think what happens is they either get shut down or buried for a while, and then they wake up in modern times or 80s or whatever it is. Apparently,
yeah, I just don't care. Creed 3's out. We've already talked about that one.
Quantumania, that's Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's the Marvel movie that's out now. I've not seen that.
This is the summer. We're talking summer. Mission Impossible is coming back out again. Tom Cruise making another appearance.
Tom Cruise.
How's he gonna be? What's gonna happen when Tom Cruise's co-stars are all aged except him, and then he's always in every movie? Because that's what happened in Top Gun. The girl, his love interest, was not the lady from the original Top Gun.
Well, was she too old?
Yeah. You know what it kind of reminded me of? Reminded me of when remember Dumb and Dumber did a second one. And it was Dumber, and then they
not them.
No, it was the third, the other one. But it was them. Remember they came back. Lloyd was in the
that's right.
hospital.
They did come back,
and then they had the lady. They had the lady from Romancing the Stone in it. That actress. And
the one Sybil Shepherd.
No, Romancing the Stone. What the hell was her name?
Oh, Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, I don't
Sharon
know.
Stone.
No.
Sharon Stone?
No. I'll have to look her up. But anyways.
Romancing the Stone.
Romancing the Stone.
Romancing the Sharon Stone.
Romancing the Stone. But anyways, she was in that Dumb and Dumber movie, and she was really heavy, and she had a voice like this, kind of like she had when she was younger. And then Jeff Bridges, who was the guy that was.
I think it's
so
Jeff Bridges.
He goes up to him and he goes, "Excuse me, sir," and she turns around and she goes, "I'm a woman," and so that's kind of how I pictured the lady from Top Gun. I think she's gotten really heavy and she just doesn't look the same. And so they were like, she's old and they don't need her. So they brought in a love interest, and she was younger. And
did they kill the other girl?
No, they didn't even explain it at all. Tom Cruise had to have a young interest, I guess. So if she was like super young, but she's kind of like Adam Sandler's wives. They're always like really beautiful compared to Adam Sandler.
The hottest girls.
Yeah. And so you got Tom Cruise. He has to have someone
Drew Barrymore, the one from Click.
Yeah, that I don't know who that lady was. The other one I'm thinking of.
The one from Click is the hot one who played Van Helsing.
Oh, that's right.
Spacing her. Why am I spacing one of the most beautiful?
So that's kind of how Top Gun was.
Ever.
You're like, dude, this is just, dude. Why does he have to have anybody? And of course he just, I don't know. It's just dumb. So anyways, I look at the movie list, and I think to myself that
Kate Beckinsale was the name. Kate Beckinsale.
And then Mission Impossible is like, how many more people these co-stars of his are going to be like older, and they're not going to be able to do these movies. So, and then
he should just play Nosferatu and just keep playing like a quadrilogy of films, and that way he can always play
just
Dracula.
do what Keanu Reeves does and just go back in your time, and then it makes sense to have Halle Berry as your cool.
Keanu Reeves without his beard though does look old. Like when you see him play Ted? Is he Bill or Ted? Is he Bill? Yeah, I think
he's
I
Ted.
don't know which one he is. He's Ted. Oh, yeah. So when he played Ted in there, and I didn't see that movie either, but I seen whatever the previews. It's like that does make him look old when he doesn't have the beard.
No, so it covers up his jaws, his big saggy bass face. He looks.
It's basically saying for all you guys out there.
That's why I have a beard, man. Grow it out so you don't see it. You can't grow a beard. You don't have a beard. You have fuzz on your face. Your beard is.
I have sideburns and a goatee.
Yeah,
I can grow it.
But it's really gappy. Like your hair spaces out like like lines so you can see your face still underneath. It's like a veil.
Yeah.
You have a veil.
Yeah. Look. Well, I never used to thin it. Yeah, I'd have to thin it and let it keep growing in until it.
Oh, so you've had that since you were 18. You just kept growing that hair. You never shaved.
I would shave in those spots,
So you've had that hair forever? That hair is
Which one?
got a decade.
The facial hair?
Yeah, a decade of hair. You've
Well,
never trimmed it. It falls out. What are you, a dog? It doesn't.
Well, yeah, and certain strands go and they grow back.
One time my goatee started growing like this really coarse, look like weeds. I don't know how that happened, but it just started looking weedy. Like
pubic hairy?
It was like It was like really coarse and weeds. It was kind of curly. But I can't grow my beard out any further than like 6 months because then it starts taking off on its own. Kind of grows off to the right and left and just kind of takes off like vines. And I try to trim it, and it's a lot of work. That's why I don't want hair. So, anyway, so the last movie is the Haunted House with Eddie Murphy, Haunted Mansion. I mean, for real. I mean, what are we doing? Is there anybody creating new movies anymore? Is anybody?
When's the Beverly Hills Cop? Isn't he supposed to come out with Beverly Hills Cop 4 on Netflix?
I hope not.
Oh no, it's in the works. Yeah, I've seen a picture of him in the jacket.
For Netflix. See, that just tells you that no one's interested.
Nobody wants to pick it up for a theatrical release. Yeah.
Well, movies.
But he's paid to do Netflix movies though, like comedy specials for the comedians, like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, and they're which I seen too. I don't know if you've seen that. His special was pretty good. But yeah, he's paid to do that.
So what do you think about Netflix movies versus everybody else? You think they're taking over?
I think we had an episode a while back that said that I'd like the co-releases. I still do, not for any fear of going to the movies. It's just more convenient. I think we were talking about that a while ago. I know the movie studios don't want that, obviously, because they make a whole lot of money from the theatrical releases, and the movie theaters stay in business because of their snack, you're buying popcorn, which is 3 times as much that you would pay for it at home, and all the snacks and stuff that you don't sneak in, and the drinks and all that stuff. So.
I think movie theaters are going to be a dying breed here pretty soon.
Because... drive-ins were demolished by these, so why wouldn't home streaming destroy the movie theaters? I would say, yeah, I would think it would be inevitable.
Yeah. So to get into that, so the movies that have come out, and I think they've gone straight to Netflix, is the Knock at the Cabin with Batista.
Oh yeah. I've seen a lot of things on it. Have you seen it?
I've seen Batista in another movie with the Knives Out franchise. He was in a movie, and he wasn't in there very long. But I don't know if I'd really want to see him be a bad guy in Knock at the Cabin. So I'm not really interested in him as an actor.
That's an M. Night Shyamalan, whatever. So
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Then since then they've had Magic Mike out too, which I don't know how many more we got to see of those. And then
I haven't seen any of those.
You said you haven't? Come on, MC. No, you like Magic Mike. You're in there.
No, I'll watch that like I would.
You don't. I mean, it has wrestler in it. It has a Diesel in there, buddy.
Yeah, I heard Kevin Nash is in there. Yeah, but it's a difference between watching him play Diesel and watching him dance as a Chippendale old dancer.
There's a difference. Come on, you watch guys in tights on Mondays and Thursdays and Sundays. But
I'm not watching guys.
You're not watching them dance.
4 guys in tights.
You're not. You're not tuning in.
I want storylines. I'm a comic book fan. I want storylines. I want drama.
Well, so Ant-Man's been out, so this should be coming to Netflix pretty soon, or coming to pay-per-view.
Or no, just Disney Plus.
The one that has taken over the country, and I got to get your take on this, is Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah, based off a real less interesting story.
Yep. That it actually happened.
Apparently the bear died, didn't it, after it ingested all that cocaine?
Yeah, I guess. But it's based on true events.
Yeah, based on just the fact that a bear ingested cocaine and died, not the fact that it went on a rampage. high on cocaine.
Yeah. The movie that's coming out when this will be already released is Shazam. And I know that you didn't like the first one. We discussed it.
I just don't like, I forget he's the one that played Chuck. I can't remember the actor's name, but I just think he's goofy as Shazam. The whole premise of Shazam is every single letter of his name stands for powers of the gods, so to speak. And one of them is the wisdom of Atlas, the A in Shazam, one of the A's. And he's a goofball. He doesn't have any wisdom at all. It looks like it's basically Tom Hanks is big with superpowers, and that's not what Shazam is. So for me, he looks goofy. The premise is goofy because it's not the Shazam I grew up reading. And it's like the first one, maybe worse with a bit bigger budget. I don't think I'm gonna go see that. And I'm a huge DC fan. Some of the movies I just know are bad just by looking at them.
John Wick.
That's one of them.
John Wick 4.
I hope it channels the first one, and part of the second. The third one just seemed a little bit too way out there for me. So I enjoyed it for what it was, but it was a little ridiculous. But
it says it was being filmed before COVID, so this movie's been out, has not been released for about 3 years.
Holy shit.
He's at war with possibly presumed dead by the High Table. He's gone on to record to say that there's a possibility of Chapter 4 will not be a happy ending for its central character. So this might be it for John Wick. You mentioned, well, we won't skip this one, Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers.
What did I mention?
Chris Pratt and Jack Black will be in Mario Brothers along with Charlie Day from our favorite show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Seth Rogen.
Charlie's hysterical. Jack Black almost looks unrecognizable with his big gray beard now.
He just looks he looks like a homeless dude.
Yeah.
But this looks like this will be kind of an adult version of Mario Brothers. And
who plays Princess Peach?
Ann Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Anya Taylor, I guess is her name.
Anya
Chris
Taylor.
Pratt is voicing the famous Goomba Stompin' Plumber, who arrives in the Mushroom Kingdom and meets Keegan, Michael Key's Toad. Anna Taylor-Joy is also on board as Princess Peach, with Jack Black and Seth Rogen will be voices of Bowser and Donkey Kong. And
Donkey Kong's in it.
Charlie Day plays Luigi. No one even gives a shit about Luigi. All right.
Luigi.
So we'll go into the movie that comes out May 5th, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, Volume 3.
Yes, you think this is a good one?
This will be the last one for James Gunn for a while, if not ever, because he's already taken over the head of DC Studios. So this will be his last Marvel film for a long time.
The review said they're expecting plenty of comedy hijinks. Woo-hoo-hoo.
2 is really bad as far as forced comedy, so I'm hoping this channels, and it looks like it's a little more serious, channeling the vibe of 1. I would hope so, because if it's another movie like Volume 2, I'm not gonna probably enjoy it, but it looks better than Shazam to me.
Another one coming out in May before the summers come out. I don't know how many more we're going to see of these, and I'm tired of seeing the pacifier in every one of these movies is Fast Furious Fast X.
Is X supposed to mean X as in
the worst movie ever? Please. I hope it is done. Jeez, we know that Vin Diesel's only wing hanging on to stardom anymore is this.
The franchise that will never end, the Fast franchise.
It's just terrible. So here's one that didn't come up in my little movie releases. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm going to have to go see that as an Indiana Jones fan.
Well, apparently he wanted to do that enough so where he agreed to do the Harrison Ford agreed to do one last Han Solo appearance in order to make an Indiana Jones one. So apparently that's how they got him. That's how they got him to do Han Solo, is they agreed to give him another indie movie.
I like Indiana Jones. I think those are cool movies.
Haven't seen them since I was a kid.
Oh, I
All
like
I
I
remember
like
the
Harrison
last- the
Ford.
last-
See, Harrison Ford is a good actor, and you will watch him in any movie he's in. It's kind of like Clint Eastwood. I mean,
Yeah, he's gonna play General Ross. He's gonna replace William Hurt, who passed away. I believe it was him who passed away that played Ross in the Hulk movies, and he's gonna be General Ross in the Thunderbolts movie.
oh.
You know, apparently that'll turn into Red Hulk. So
How do you get all
Harrison
these?
Ford.
How do you get all this wealth of knowledge on movies? Do you have a
I
connection into the underground of movie theaters?
comic book news aficionado. I'm basically tied into the. I'm plugged into the rumors and the reveals and all that good stuff.
Well, then explain this to me, Mr. Comic Book. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, August 4th. What the hell? How many more of those we gonna watch? And Seth Rogen's in this one too. And also your favorite wrestler, John Cena.
John Cena,
as well as standing right next to Ice Cube. What the hell happened to Ice Cube in this? He's going to be in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The guy who's NWA is going to sing Fuck the Police is going to be in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What the hell's going on? It's also got characters Paul Rudd, Jackie Chan. Ooh.
Jackie Chan's in there too. Oh, wow. Does Jackie Chan play
He's probably
Splinter?
I guarantee it. That's probably what it is. Typecasting him. So Seth Rogen. Seth
Rogen.
Not
gonna be one of the turtles, is he?
Yeah, no, Jackie. You got to be Splinter. Seth Rogen.
You resemble Splinter, so you're going to be Splinter.
So it says Seth Rogen
and
his
this
frequent partner Evan Goldberg are rebooting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle franchise with a new computer animated film retells the original story. Who merge in the sewers and fight crime. So this is just going to be another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So the voice...
That was a little after our time. The 90s kids are all into the Turtles. That was little... I remember the Turtles, and I know of them, but I never... I mean, I played the video game, obviously, too, but the Nintendo game. But yeah, that was just a little bit after...
So the part when I look through all these movies that are coming up even through the rest of the year, Saw's got another movie, Dune's going to have another movie.
Saw's got another movie?
We're going to talk about the Marvels coming out in November. Then you're going to have the Hunger Games going to have another movie. And then Wonka, talking about Willy Wonka is going to have a movie. And it's supposed to be a young Willy Wonka. Then we're going to discuss... Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I mean, seriously, dude.
I've heard that's gotten very bad reviews so far.
But seriously, do we ever come up with anything new anymore? Is anybody making any movies that are not the longest I've lived in this life?
Yes.
50 years.
Plug. Yes.
What?
I have a new movie.
What?
Assassin Unstoppable. The trailer is released. I wrote it. I star as a supporting character in it. That's from my good buddy Daryl Lilly, and the trailer is now on YouTube. When this is released, it's supposed to be released May 19th. It is a short film, but I could tell you there's a lot of action, a lot of story in it. So there it is, my friend.
You're the main character?
I am a character in it.
Is this a cartoon?
No, this is a real film. A Daryl Lilly production, Film Real Pictures, and it's a Arizona-based short film.
What's it called?
All my
Little Lilies.
Assassin Unstoppable by Daryl Lilly.
Produced by Little Lilies. Well, we'll have. You better put this on the after we show this release. As you better show the trailer.
I will. I will put the trailer in the description when we release this on YouTube, because I'm sure we'll get this out before May 19th. But yeah, the trailer just released last week. Last Friday. Yeah.
Did I tell you the movie that I was in called The States released on Prime?
The States?
Yep. It's called States. States.
States?
Yep.
What did you do? What did you do in that film?
I was a hitman.
You were a hitman.
It was terrible. If anybody sees it, it was a horrible acting movie.
Did you die in that film?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, wow.
It was really it was really kind of a movie about, if you ever seen the movie The Grand Canyon, it was a similar,
I've heard of that,
it was a similar type of premise where people are interacting with each other from different states. and they run into each other as they're going from one state to the next. It was filmed by a guy in Canada, and I was in the scenes from the Grand Canyon to Los Angeles. And I was supposed to be a hitman on my way to go find my target in L.A. And all I remember when we got to L.A. to film parts of it, he asked me to stop at his apartment so he could get some other stuff to film. And when I went into this apartment, this is the dark side of the film industry in L.A. The apartment was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. And in the apartment were 6 people. And they were all sleeping on air mattresses. Wow. And they all had cameras and film reels and all kinds of stuff. And they were all starving actors and comedians and film producers looking to get their edge. And we were there to pick up.
That's very sad and depressing.
And we were there to pick up a battery for his camera. And we walked in at 8 in the morning, and they went, "Zach, what are you doing here?" and the apartment looked like something off.
So
of
the other 6 people rotate in.
Yeah, well, I was stepping over people because I'd use the bathroom to take a pee, and so they were just. It was depressing. And then we filmed all this, and then that was
to bring it down. Coach
we
JC.
filmed it, and five years later, it got released in Canada. He even had like a little red carpet, and then I didn't think anything of it. And then last year, it was on Amazon Prime. You can see it. So, you can see my bald face. So
impressive.
Very impressive.
Technically, we're both movie stars.
We're movie stars. It goes on my credits.
I also starred and share writing credit on the movie Jarryd McGregor, which is also released last Christmas on YouTube. And that was a movie I helped save for Mr. Lilly then. And I play movie mogul / obstructor, trying to not help him get the movie done. Maxwell Croft is who I play in that film. So that's a weird spelling of the name Jarryd. It's Jarryd McGregor, and it's kind of like looks like Jerry Maguire the way he did the cover for some reason. But that's, if you see that and you spell that on YouTube, you will see myself in that movie.
Wow, we are now officially movie critics because we have appeared in movies. So we're gonna wrap this show up because we run out of time on this episode. Yes. Because we're using Zoom because we're such high-paid movie people that we don't have enough money to pay for the annual fee to get it longer than 40 minutes. So with that being said, MC, it's nice to get our podcast back up and running, and we're going to continue. And like MC says, if you ever have things you want us to talk about or you want to be a guest on our podcast, just hit us up. You can always hit up MC or myself. I'm on Instagram on The Gesture Comedy. Or you can hit up MC on whatever he's got going on.
Yeah, you can basically, we're on Instagram at Me Podcast You Listen, Twitter at Me Podcast You List. But if you type our full name, you'll get that. And Facebook, type in our full podcast name. And of course, if you're listening to this, it's on YouTube. And hopefully you've subscribed and hit the notification bell because we're going to come up with more episodes soon.
All right, well, I'm going to end this because I got to go feed my puppy. MC, it's always been a pleasure. We like to end our Me Podcast You Will Listen by always saying subscribe and give us a hit on the bell and let us know you like us. And we appreciate you. Until next time.